If panic has set in about the prospects of cooking a turkey for the first time, fear not.
Dean Diplock from the Radisson Blu Hotel in Athlone is showing us how it's done. Dean, we do cookery slots all year. This is the biggest slot of the year, OK? Yes. So don't mess it up, right? This is the Christmas turkey. It's the big one, the numero uno.
This has been practiced and researced, and
I wouldn't doubt you for a second.
Fantastically, I can assure you. But what we're going to start with, since the turkey is actually cooking, we're going to start with the stuffing. Now, sausage stuffing, pigs in the blanket, some people like little sausages, pigs in the blanket, is a tradition. Now, you can do it without bacon, you can do it with bacon. This is a little bit different. This is presented like a terrine. You can make it in a loaf as well. It's very good. And the
you
other
believe
thing,
in not stuffing the actual bird?
Oh, no, don't stuff the bird. If you're going to stuff anything, if you want to stuff in the bird, you can stuff in the neck.
Okay.
In the neck cavity. You know, the cavity's too large, and as a result, it won't cook through.
Gotcha.
It's unsafe, so I wouldn't do that.
Gotcha.
We cook the stuffing separately, and then everybody can have a piece, and it's fantastic cold as well, so no problem at all. The other thing we're going to make is cranberry sauce. Everybody claims, you know, homemade cranberry sauce is the best, and I agree. And it is so simple. It's one bag, 340 grams of cranberries. It's 1 cup of water, 1 cup of muscovado sugar, or white sugar if you have, and an orange zested and squeezed. And that is about as easy it is to make cranberry sauce.
That's it.
You just bring that to a boil, simmer it for a little while. It'll naturally start thickening from the pectin. And what you're left with when it cools down is your own homemade.
So you don't need to blitz it or anything?
That's homemade.
That's
absolutely homemade. 100%.
So you don't need to blitz that?
No, you don't have to. If you like, you can do it if you like.
That.
Absolutely. That was made last night, cooled overnight. That's perfect.
Beautiful.
So simple.
Okay.
Right,
genius.
Sausage stuffing. I have got a kilo of sausage meat here. You can use a pound. You can get it from your butcher directly.
Nice.
I'm going to put in 1 small chopped onion, a good bit, about 15 grams of thyme, 15 grams of chopped rosemary, and a good bunch of parsley, also 15 grams.
Okay.
Okay, and all we do is we mix that together. Now, there's no need to season this. Sausage meat is already seasoned. There'll be too much salt in it otherwise. And also, there's salt in the bacon that we're going to use. So there's no need at all to season this.
And Dean, do you recommend that we would do the stuffing the day before or a couple of days before?
You can prep it before, cook it on the day, warm it up on the day, whichever you prefer. My Christmas dinners normally prep the day before and off we go on the day. It just gives you more time with the family, doesn't it?
In general, if at all possible, I presume the recommendation is do as much the day before.
Absolutely. Do as much as you can the day before. All I'm doing here is taking the sausage meat and I'm putting it into this terrine mold, or a pound loaf mold if you prefer. And then we just wrap. This is just smoked streaky bacon.
Smoked streaky, okay.
I've just trimmed the edges nicely so it folds over.
Sorry, were there breadcrumbs in there?
No, no breadcrumbs. There is crumb in the sausage stuffing itself. Now, you can get, for gluten-free, you can get just minced
So if
pork,
you
perfectly fine.
ask your butcher for sausage meat stuffing, it will be mixed with...
It's normally mixed with rusk, yes, but you can ask them to do not do...
Gotcha.
Yeah, absolutely. It'll just be fine pork mince then, really. A little bit of greaseproof paper over the top, as we've learnt in the past. It'll start eating through the tinfoil if you don't.
Okay.
So we wrap that up, double wrap it with tinfoil.
So how long will this go into the oven?
This will go into the oven. You probe until 74 degrees Celsius. About an hour and 15 minutes. It depends on the strength of your oven, basically.
So one of those little loaf tins.
Perfectly fine. The pound loaf tin, exactly the same principle. You don't have to put the bacon. You can always do it in a Pyrex dish and just bake it, the sausage stuffing, just like that. It slices very well, as we'll see in a second. So that goes into the oven at about 160, 180 is fine.
For how long did you say?
About an hour, 15 minutes. But probe it. Get yourself the probe. This is what's going to save you at Christmas
Every year
time.
I say the same thing. Don't have
Absolutely. The same for your turkey. You want to cook it to 74 degrees Celsius, the same as the sausage.
That's a digital one, is it?
This is a little digital one, waterproof safe as well. You can wash it. There's no issue at all.
I've got the non-digital cheap one.
The cheap one.
Clearly. But are they okay with you?
Perfectly fine. If it does the job, it does the job.
Well,
that's all you need to do.
Nobody's died yet, so...
There's always time.
Yes.
This year.
Okay, so out of the oven it
Christmas
comes.
Nobody dying. Food.
And we can open that
Oh,
up.
it'll be nothing worse than inviting the whole family over and them getting sick.
Yeah.
Right.
One of them dying.
Yeah, but this is the thing. Prep
Oh,
is
yeah,
key.
absolutely. Yeah.
As you say, do as much as you can the day before.
And then spend the
Well,
time
we had
with
the
the
food
family.
safety on the show yesterday.
There we go.
Didn't we?
That was really easy for you to take out. I thought it might stick, but it's actually very moist.
The It's streaky bacon. There's plenty fat in it. I didn't have to grease anything, and it cuts fantastically. So
So it is like a terrine.
it is like a terrine, but it's your sausage stuffing version of it.
Can you serve it hot or cold?
It's very nice cold, actually. Fantastic on a
next day, I was
sandwich.
thinking,
Yes, absolutely fantastic on a sandwich.
I hope you're not going to suggest we have to wait till the turkey's cooked before we taste it, are you, Dean?
No, obviously not.
Is
You
it?
have to taste it. I don't think Simon would wait that long anyway. So
Tommy is the one you have to worry about. You already had the knife and fork out. Lovely.
there you go.
Thank
Give
you.
that a taste.
Lovely.
And it's as simple
gorgeous.
as that. A little bit of the cranberry sauce with it if you'd like, if you prefer, or you can wait for the turkey to come out. So the turkey in the next half,
Yeah.
there's a little bit of a twist on it. It's going to be a
Okay.
little bit different to the normal
Controversial?
standard. Well, not controversial. It's new. It's what's happening at the moment. How
Really?
people are cooking turkeys.
Trendy turkey.
Trendy. We've been doing it in the hotel for many years. We just do.
People
we're
might
gonna
be up
show
in
you how we're
arms.
going to do it. No.
I see tinfoil in the
You
oven.
see tinfoil in the
Wrapped
oven.
around.
Correct.
Dun, dun,
We shall
dun.
see.
Dun, dun.
Great
Thanks
stuff,
so
Dean.
much, Dean. Looking forward to hearing all about that later on.
Absolutely.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
That was, of course, lovely ladies, the fantastic Bugle Babes, getting us in the mood for our Christmas shindig later on. But first, we're preparing the stars of your Christmas meal today, the turkey and the stuffing.
Dean Diplock from the Radisson Blu Hotel in Athlone has stayed with us. Hi again, Dean.
How you doing?
Earlier on, delicious stuffing. It was a sort of a terrine that you made. Also, we had the cranberry.
Yes.
As well, which was very easy. But now we're on to the turkey, and you said this is turkey with a difference.
Yes. Now, what I've done is I've soaked this in buttermilk, about 2 litres of buttermilk for 48 hours.
Is that a crown? No, it's not crown.
This is the butterfly.
Butterfly.
It's basically, this is a very large turkey. This is about a 7-pound breast on its own, so it's
Yeah.
a 14-pound breast.
Whoa.
It's enormous. So I've soaked that, just the meat as it is, in buttermilk over 48 hours, preferably 24 hours is perfectly fine. And I've loosened the skin underneath, I've patted it dry, and now we're just going to make the butter that goes inside. I have parsley, rosemary, thyme, a spiced salt.
Spiced
Spiced salt, a little bit different. It's
Available in all good supermarkets.
all good supermarkets. Salt and pepper is perfectly fine as well. The zest of a clementine, an orange, and a lemon that
Lovely.
goes in, and 4 cloves of garlic, also finely grated on our zester,
Lovely.
and just a squeeze of lemon.
Plenty of people don't want to cook the full bird.
Oh, we've had a big argument in our house about it.
Did you?
Yeah.
And why is that? Because you think it's tradition
Well,
to...
I want turkey, and Mrs. Martin is controversial this, but she'd be happy without it.
And who is cooking? Because isn't that the final
question.
answer?
Cornish hen,
The
if you want to
decider.
go down
I
the
think
middle.
I'll have to end up, if I want turkey, I'll have end up
So
cooking it.
I'm just sticking that right under the skin.
Okay.
All right.
Lovely.
Like so. Now,
The big quest
it's
is
a big
to keep
pocket.
it moist, isn't it?
It
That's
is,
the whole
it is.
thing.
That's the
Everything's-
whole thing. So what we're going to do next is where the controversy comes in a little bit. So we spread that out. Okay, and if I can come over there,
Go on.
Sure, we'll get out of your
I'm
way.
going to pick the turkey up and bring him over here, because now he gets wrapped in cling film.
It's shrink wrapped.
Shrink
It's
wrapped.
mummified.
Yeah. So we wrap him up nicely, like a sausage, as best possible.
This is not like any Christmas I've
You've
normally seen before. Yeah.
And is this the way you would cook yourself if you were cooking turkey?
Correct.
At
This
home?
is how we do it at the hotel as well. We wrap them up and we steam them.
Okay.
And then we finish them. That way they stay really nice and moist. Okay, so we wrap it up like a sausage, like so. And again,
turkey sausage.
the other way. Now, we don't want to have any of the cling film exposed when we put it in the oven, otherwise it could melt.
How many layers are you putting on then?
A good few.
Oh, right, okay.
get it.
Enough to get us our
Get it
shape.
all covered, yeah.
Basically,
There it
get
is.
us our shape.
Okay.
So that is going to cook nice and
feel like we're
evenly
this
as
way.
well. No, it's fine. This is going to cook nice and evenly as well. And all the juices are going to stay on the inside.
So how long and what temperature?
Okay. All ovens vary, as we found out today. However, it's about
Forward.
20 minutes per pound. And then add another 20 minutes, but this is what we have the probe for.
probe.
Stick the probe in,
Get
check
the
to
probe in.
74 degrees Celsius in the thickest part, and then you're ready to go.
If you've noticed Dina's slightly stressed, it wouldn't be Christmas and cooking the turkey without a small bit of stress, would it?
He's calm though under pressure.
We've had some technical issues.
He's like a swan above the surface.
And you stayed polite to us throughout it all.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, what I've done is about 20 minutes before we finish, so the last 20 minutes, you open up the bag and you strain out the juices, which you can then use to make a gravy base. There is quite a bit of citrus in there, so you don't want to use too much of it. So what I do in our house is we collect the drippings from chicken roasts, keep them in the freezer, and then right at the end we put it all together, and we have our gravy ready for Christmas.
So start cooking your chicken today, and by next weekend, you'll have enough.
Chicken every day.
Not quite. So we've opened it up. We've allowed it to brown, nice and crispy.
So you open it up, and then how long does it take to brown it? Just judge it by your oven?
Judge it by the oven, literally. Yeah. You want to take it to as close to 74 degrees Celsius as possible. So I'd say if you could get it to 72 or so, great. And then brown it in the last bit. Now, rest it. Time-wise, unfortunately, we can't do that today, but do rest it for a good half an hour. Right. Cover it with some tin foil and let it stand on a board. What that allows is the juices to go back into the meat again, so they don't pour out as soon as you cut.
Will it still be hot, though? I like hot food.
That's fine. It will be hot enough because the gravy should be what should be hot.
Get the gravy on it,
Once the gravy's on top of it and everything else is hot, you're perfectly fine. So
and use that half hour for all your veggies.
We have a few things
lovely.
ready there.
So you got your roasties, then this is what we did earlier.